Hi class, my name is Veronica, and for my literature review, I chose to look at the way in which feminism and social policy are related. To expand on this idea, I wanted to further look at the ways in which the feminist movement has influenced social policy. The feminist movement is a movement that has evolved across three different waves throughout the years, keeping one main goal of fighting inequality throughout. The approaches used, however, have changed throughout these waves, landing on the most recent approach of using the intersectional view. Intersectionality is the interconnected nature of social categories such as race, class, and gender, creating an overlapping and interdependent system of discrimination. Looking at feminism, this takes the ideas that combating the issues faced by different groups is necessary in reaching true equality among social categories and even just gender that the feminist movement is ultimately trying to get. Kathy Ferguson, Giada Banu Rosencrantz, and Bell Hooks all apply this idea of intersectionality and the good that it is doing for not only the feminist movement, but in getting equality amongst all social groups. However, in looking at what good feminism is doing, there also needs to be the contrast in using literature that looks at why feminism might not be a good thing. Pamela Arson writes about a group of post-feminists that, while they don't necessarily hate feminism and see it as providing some benefits, they also see it as providing challenges. The main challenge that these post-feminists discuss is the way that it affects their social interactions with men. The post-feminists see feminism as being a deterrent for men, in the way that feminism promotes an equal and independent woman. Looking at both of these point of views is important in looking at social policy and the influences feminism is having, because it is both sides that are going to be pushing policy to support their own ideas. Getting into the influence of the feminist movement and the effects that it has on social policy is where the most commonality is seen amongst the literature that I used. However, to look in the influences of feminism on social policy does need to be defined. Social policy is the programs and services that help in addressing inequalities. Social policy is a type of policy that combines ideas from different disciplines in creating the policy. The discipline that social policy most relies on is sociology, the study of human societies, their interactions, and the processes that preserve and change them. By using sociology and social policy, it can show where resources are needed the most. The feminist movement and the push for women's rights helped create a boom in the need for social policy, as they both do work in solving inequalities. Therefore, it can show that they are reliant on each other. Maura Kelly and Gordon Gotch do discuss the way in the feminist movement provides a very much social justice agenda that is pushing towards a greater good. While Kelly and Gotch highlight the good that this social justice agenda is doing, Hooks also reminds us that the social justice agenda can be what provides a lot of pushback against the feminist movement and its policy. The social justice agenda does not only cause for pushback, but it can also make it so that the feminist movement and its ideals are only accepted by one political party, therefore also limiting the amount of policy it can influence and push forward. Despite all of this, the feminist movement does help in opening doors and pushing towards new equal legislation. Across all literature, it is shown that the feminist movement does push further to be an equality in all spaces for all people. While this does have some pushback, those that push back do still enjoy being able to use the benefits it provides. Furthermore, there is shown that there is an influence on social policy. While it may not be able to be seen directly, it can be seen in the types of legislation that is being passed. Another point that is made in much of the literature is that there is not much research and study done on these exact influences and effects that the feminist movement has on social policy. The last point is what led me into forming my research question. I initially wanted to just look at the influences that feminism has on social policy. However, this is something that would be hard to find an exact, clear answer. Furthermore, this is quite a fairly broad question, leading to a very broad, unspecific answer. From there, I worked on narrowing it down, leading to the final research question of what ways can the ideals of the feminist movement be used in forming social policy. This would look at the specific ideals of the feminist movement and which ones are necessary in helping for social policy and the ones that we can benefit from the most. All right, thank you so much.